Hey guys, welcome back to Susan Shares. Well, today we're going to talk about the word pride. Pride can be used for good, for certain, and it can be used for bad, and we know that as well. But for good, pride brings us great feelings of joy. I mean, when we're proud of someone that we love who's accomplished something, or even when we accomplish something good, we have a sense of pride about doing a job well done and putting forth effort and seeing that accomplishment. It makes us feel good, and that's a good thing. And especially when we're proud of a son or a daughter or a spouse or someone we love who has accomplished something, and we're just so proud of that accomplishment in their life, and that's a really good thing. And but pride can also be in Scripture. It says the prideful man turns away from God, because the prideful man can do it on their own and they don't need God as much. And that's just in God's translation, but the whole essence of that is the prideful man does not need God. And that is so wrong in it, because prideful man, it becomes about them and not about God. And so pride is also stated in Scripture that pride comes before the fall, and we don't want to fall. And so, because again, it's more about us than it is about God. And so we have to be very mindful about, are we prideful or not? And the other day in staff, we were doing a wonderful study on the book of John, and it was my turn to do the study in John 13, where Jesus is washing the disciples' feet. And it was just a beautiful, beautiful passage of Scripture. And I was just paralyzed. I mean, God just stopped me dead in the track, because I had written the notes at home. I had done so much research. It's just a beautiful passage of Scripture. And those that are on staff don't even know that this happened to me. But God just stopped me, and because I had pride in my life. But I had written down notes about humility, and pride was in my notes. And one of the therapists was talking about a case that he had, and he mentioned the word pride, and looked down at my note, but God was just working on me, and I was just like breaking out in a sweat inside, and revealing pride in my own life. And it was just like, oh my goodness, how God works in our lives when I didn't even know I had it. And that was just like Peter in the story, and in the passage of Scripture. And when Jesus was talking to Peter, I mean, he was talking to all the disciples about how humble, he was representing to them how he wanted them to be. He was acting as a servant, he was washing their feet. It's what the servants did, it's what the slaves did. I mean, he was washing the dirtiest part of them, and that's what we were talking about. There can be no pride in that. And he was modeling to them what he wanted them to do. And Peter was like, oh, I loved you, Jesus. I love you so much. And Jesus told Peter, you're going to deny me, 3 times. Even before tonight is over, you're going to deny me 3 times. And Peter just could not believe that, and I thought, I'm Peter. I've got pride. And, there's a part of me every single day, a part of my prayer, I should say, that I pray. I pray for God's creativity every single day in my life. I pray also that I would represent Him well. And that Scripture to me is so relevant to my prayer life, because when I say, God, help me to represent you well, that was Jesus saying, if you're going to represent me well, Susan, there can be no pride in that. And it was just revealed to me, pride, if you think you don't have it, you've got it. Peter didn't think he had it, and he had it. And God said, you're going to have it tonight 3 times. It's so humbling to be a follower of Jesus. And if you allow Him to hollow you out every day, He will. And there'll be less and less pride in you. And that's a really great, great thing. So stay on the good side of pride. Be proud of accomplishments. Yes, be proud of those that you love. That's awesome. But don't be haughty. And don't think you can do anything without Him, because you cannot. And He will keep you humble in a really good way, because He wants us to represent Him well. And there cannot be any pride in that. Have a great day. Love you.